Alright, so welcome to my first YouTube video. I'm going to apologize in advance. I spent a long time editing and this is all I came up with, so you'll have to deal with it. Anyways, I made this video for a couple of reasons. First, I love to ride and I love to show people the cool places that I ride. This trail is at Mesquite, part of Sycamore, and it's probably one of the most well-ridden trails out there. So I figured it'd be pretty easy to get a good clip of it. So anyways, second reason is I wanted to see if I could ride faster on my 2021 TE300, that's a Husqvarna, or if I could ride faster on my Surron, because there's a lot of times I feel like my Surron's light and flickable. Also mine is modified. I will tell you, I've got probably as much as I do into that dumb thing as I do into this TE300. So it's got a ASI back 4000 controller and an aftermarket battery. I'm running about 10,000 watts. So definitely not stock. It's about twice as much power as stock. Also, I've got Fox suspension on the front. I've got a bigger sprocket in the back, so it gives it a little more torque. So definitely not stock, but it is pretty dang fun. And the third reason is I've bought this Skydio drone, and I wanted to see how it handles when I'm doing some of the sports that I love. So first up was dirt bikes and Surron. So anyways, here's some footage of that. I want to preface this is my first time actually taking it out to the trails to record. Other stuff was just around the house. It so far has performed awesome. Around the house, I did crash it because it ran into some power lines. But out on the trail, it seems to be doing pretty good. There's a couple times as I watched this video, I was like, oh man, it's gonna crash. It's gonna hit those, Palo Verde trees or a cactus, and it's just gonna go down. But as you can see, it did pretty good. This footage probably isn't the best right now because I had it set to follow too far away. As the video gets further along, and also as the Surron gets recorded, as I'm writing the Surron, it gets a lot better, different perspective. So apologize for that. However, my thoughts on the drone is that so far it's been pretty cool. I hope to be able to capture some cool footage of the different sports and outdoor activities I love to do. So hardest part about this whole thing has been editing. I'm pretty sure I spent less time riding, including driving my truck out to the trailhead, and also riding, flying the drone around, than I have editing. It's been a learning curve for me. I'm not the best at computers, so if you have to complain, put it down in the comments and I probably won't ever read them. Anyways, so yeah, you're welcome to watch this. I picked out some music that was free on YouTube, so you can complain about that, but it's not going to do any good. I figured, well, first off is it didn't get any audio from the drone. I'm not sure if I can figure out that setting to where it can get some audio from the beacon on my handlebars, or not. So, but anyway, so there's no audio, so if you don't like the music, just mute it. Also, you don't have to watch the whole thing. If you want to hear the results or my thoughts about Surron versus big bike 300, you can fast forward it till the end. But if you want to see how the Skydio handles different challenges, it'd be good to hang on. So another preface is we just got done doing a fairly decent hard enduro loop out here. It's only 12 miles, but it took a couple hours. It was I think they call it squid filter. It's not quite broke, not quite rutted in super well, so pretty technical. So we just did that and then rode back, and then decided to take the two bikes out after that. So number one, I'm not riding probably my fastest. My left-hand rear brake, which I use on this bike quite a bit, it went out right at the first of this trailhead. So right here you see I took about a minute break at the end of Paintball to just catch my breath and flex my muscles a little bit. So I'm heading back, so I timed it there and back. Same thing on the Surron, I did the same lap, so I probably could have been faster if I was fresh, but again, it's not the most perfect test, but I do have some thoughts on that. So again, you're welcome to watch the video until you hear it, or you can just fast forward till the end. Alright, I'm back again, and as you probably have noticed, the drone's doing pretty good. I think I like the setting where it falls a little closer. I hope you have enjoyed the almost crashes that I've had, a couple of them. Again, I'm pretty tired on this, and I think actually the drone missed. I was behind a tree or a bush on the other bike when I almost crashed even worse. But as you can see, this footage has been actually pretty good. I think I like the footage on this Surron ride a little bit better. So with the Skydio, I just had it set to follow to the right and a little bit closer than the last one. There's like 4 options, and I think this one was the second one instead of the 4th one. But as you also can see, it's gotten a lot closer to some trees and cacti. So one thought I had is, man, if this thing was just flying and all of a sudden just crashed into something in the middle of the desert, like, how am I going to find it? And that's why I crashed or almost wrecked a couple of these times, is because I was looking to make sure the drone was following me, so I didn't have as big of an area to look. So anyways, I'm going to test the find my drone feature. I don't know if it works if like the battery comes out. So anyways, that's one concern that I had. But alright, so here's my thoughts on Surron versus 300 or big bike. I'm a fairly decent rider, not the best by any means, but I've been riding for a couple years out here in the single track, so I would say I've got a good feel for most things. Here are my thoughts. When I actually timed it, the results were literally within a couple of seconds on each bike, which surprised me. I felt like I was riding faster on the Surron, but I think that was just because the suspension, even though I've got upgraded Fox 40s on that bike, the suspension still just does not cut it. It's not quite enough to handle this type of a trail. There's a lot of speed whoops and bigger rocks and the butt cracks, I call them, and so my arms were just dead tired and it was killing me, so I wasn't able to ride as fast as I normally would. The Surron, I think, shines on smoother, fast, tight trails, such as like a mountain bike trail or something like that. It just doesn't have the suspension that it needs for that fast of riding. However, so it's kind of two different beasts. It's hard to tell which one is better. I enjoy riding both of them. I definitely enjoy my big bike out here when I'm wanting to have a good ride and rip. The ground clearance on the Surron isn't very high, and so when I ride out here, when the trails are rutted out, I'm smashing my skid plate more and my foot pegs a whole lot more because of the ground clearance. So that's one of my big concerns. I don't know if that would, I'm not going to put a lift kit on it to throw the geometry off, so not a huge fan of the Surron out in that area, out in Sycamore or wherever there's, bigger ruts, unless I'm just chilling. If I just want to have a good chill ride, I love riding the Surron when I can just listen to nature, look around, and enjoy myself. When I get on my bike, my 300, I feel like I just have to rip it and go fast, and so it's kind of nice to just chill on the Surron. But then when I'm riding some mountain bike trails or some other trails that are a little bit smoother, tighter, and technical, I know I would definitely spank my 300 if I was trying to ride those same trails. And so pros and cons. So I like my 300 out there. I love my Surron for other trails and for stealth mode. So I definitely would recommend both of them. I think everyone should have 2 of them, right? So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any thoughts or anything you'd like to see, I just made my account Professional Wannabe, so I have the intention to make more videos. However, we'll see where it goes. All right, enjoy.